This chord. Hello, everybody. We have with us right now. My name is Corey. I play for Team Black, and to my side, we have Chase. Today, we're going to be bringing you the game of LBCC Black versus Ozark Technical. This is a game where we have seen before, and lots of history behind this match.
We're just switching the camera. There we go. We're going to start following. Who is this? This is Ninja Fortnite and Right By Ya.
Okay, sorry about that. Today we can see standard 5-point. Right now we have Yorick versus Jax in the top lane, a Wukong versus Maokai in the jungle, Syndra versus Orianna in the mid, and Varus Swain versus Jinx Nico. Right now, we're just facing off against each other. You know, a little bit of posturing, nothing too crazy. We can see that unsuspectingly. Oh, we can see Nico now sees the Swain on vision, and we're now underway. Standard laning so far. Some poke coming out from Syndra, Quinn, also known as, or Oriana, also known as Quinn. Just standard laning so far. Now, right now, the top lane is what we really want to look into. Right now, their top laner Enzo, currently on his Jax. Okay, he's just gonna let him hit him for some reason. Okay, the Yorick.
Yorick's gonna. Oh,
Okay,
yep. we got it.
okay, so the Yorick was having some technical difficulties. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Kalia secured it with a flash
Yeah,
and a bonk.
maybe it was mind control. I'm not sure. He might have been doing some sort of mental play on the
There's
Jax
definitely
there.
some creep block there
Mm-hmm,
and some player block.
Yeah, something, some sort of mental malfunction maybe. But hey, I mean that's looking good for LBCC Black so far. Mid lane is a little chunked out. Syndra giving Oriana some trouble. Oriana returning as best she can. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, top lane is where you really want to look. Enzo is um, kind of their best player, I would say.
Okay, and he's teleporting back into lane right now.
Oh, okay. Now Yorick finally he has his keyboard working again, so he's gonna poke out the Jax a little bit. Jax is just gonna take it. We can see some more poke coming in from Oriana, and in the bot lane, Swain getting outranged a little bit. This poke lane is definitely something that we are gonna have a lot of trouble with. But if Swain can get a good engage, then that Varus can capitalize on that. Then this lane can go very well. I got a good engage from Swain. Varus poking out, but the damage from Jinx is just backing off the Swain as best as they can. Hitting level 3 right now. We're gonna be looking for some ganks after Maokai and Wukong finish their respective clears. Some fighting going on in the bot lane. Now, whether or not these junglers back or gank is really going to decide how this is going to go. All the players here know their respective jungle timers. We can see Wukong now looking for a gank.
We got really good vision up top, so they know they're not going to get ganked. Actually, see Malkin in the top lane. Hopefully, Halia sees that coming.
Um, right now, Wukong backing off, and it looks like Maokai is going to take the top scuttle. So besides that interesting play in the top lane, no action, no large amounts of action at least. Just Jax last hitting, freezing the wave. Yorick just letting him freeze for some reason.
Yep.
Yorick is nearly half mana. Jax is free farming. I'm not really sure what Mr. Hot Kool-Aid is. Oh, we can see an engage coming in from Jax. He wasted his jump, so he can't jump over the wall. Misses his he's out of mana already, actually. This is quite dire. He's gonna
missed the E. The new build though for Yorick doesn't really matter with that E. I think what he's really going to watch out for is that Q, especially with the new update. The
rework.
The minions will scale now with attack speed, so we
yeah.
might see Triforce builds.
They also
maybe.
they shred armor now, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be very dangerous into this teammate. We can see that the Jinx will definitely take advantage of that armor shred. And the Yorick, he's definitely struggling against this Jax. We can see right now that he is -1 on the cannon, -2. Okay, can he get this minion? Can he get it? Okay, good job. He's got some trouble CSing. In the mid lane, the Syndra continues to poke out Oriana, who is doing pretty well to survive so far. Jinx, they do see him.
He knows. He should know he's on vision.
Yeah, he should know that. Right now, he's getting backed off. Swain continuing to get poked out. Unfortunately, Nico turning into a ward.
There's the ward.
The moving ward technique. Oh, Nico does manage to hit the root on Swain. Swain in a little bit of trouble right now. Both bushes warded from the red side. One of them just expired. Syndra having poked out Oriana completely, zoning her off of her CS. And Jinx and Nico taking the advantage to push forward. They miss. They're slow. Miss the opportunity to engage, that is. Syndra continuing to pressure the Oriana. Varus getting some good poke in. We can see Wukong posturing to take the drag or possibly gank, while Maokai is looking for a gank mid. However, the wave is far too pushed in. Yorick in trouble. He seems to be struggling. However, he does have level 6.
I was gonna say even with the early kill, he's a level up based
Mm.
on experience.
Oh, you can see the Wukong is caught out. He might have to flash for the wall here. He will almost definitely have to flash for the wall. Yes.
Yep.
That's gonna be drag, I think, because now the Wukong has the bag. The Swain is poked. He's chipped out, and so
Yeah, and they have bot lane pressure. So yep.
that's gonna be the first drag going to Ozark Tech. Not what you want to see, but this top lane is definitely what you want to see. This Yorick has not hit a single E, from what I've seen.
If Notorious moves up, he can definitely get grubs.
Oh,
can
Syndra
put
has
grubs.
ult. Ooh, very close. Very, very close. Flash and ult gone from Syndra, and the Orianna just barely manages to live with a sliver of HP left. We can see Swain doing his Swain things, lurking in the bush. No vision on him this time. The ward had just expired, and he can now see mid bush is warded, so he probably won't be standing there anymore. He is backing off. The Nico seems to be their strong suit, their bot lane, that is. The bot support combo, having hit a lot of their roots, getting good pressure on, getting good CS leads. The Nico just barely misses her root. Swain having
Her
to dodge it.
outranging Swain also
Mhm.
helps a little bit in that matchup.
Yeah, the only range that they have the advantage is the Varus Q.
Yep.
Varus can get some good poking, but it'll also drain a lot of his mana. And when it really comes down to it, he might be out of mana from having to trade some of this damage. We can now see the level lead has swapped. Yorick down a TP, and Jax just free farming. He's gonna deny him this cannon. He jumps over the wall. He's gonna get a stun, get some good damage here.
He blocked the Q. Great job blocking that Q because it with the new rework, every Q now, if it hits
it spawns a
if
grave.
it kills a minion or hits a champion, it spawns a grave.
Indeed.
So
we can see the Orianna roaming top doesn't really get much out of it. Possibly looking for maybe the Rift or the Void Grubs might be spawning soon. We can see Maokai is going to catch Orianna walking back to her lane, as Jax now is in a little bit of danger. If Maokai walks up and this wave is still pushed in, he might be in danger of a gank. Still continue to pressure the Yorick, not having any issues whatsoever. Yorick now half HP, whereas Jax is only a quarter or maybe a chunk of his HP missing. We can see the same usual of Syndra poking the Orianna. Orianna really getting pressured heavily. Orianna down a level, having roamed, possibly missed some vital CS, is now going to be playing a permanent game of catch up with this Syndra, which is really not what you want to see. The mid lane is such an impactful lane. Orianna probably should try to stand or try to avoid standing opposite to Syndra because she can push her orbs to stun her. We can see the Wukong gank coming in. Some poke coming in from Wukong and Orianna respectively. Syndra just manages to deflect it all. We can see a huge push coming in from Yorick. Jax here to receive it though, and Yorick knows what's good for him, so he just backs off. As we said,
yep, Yorick backing now.
Oh, Swain saves the Orianna. We can see the bot and support both roaming mid to rescue their mid laner who almost was killed. The ult coming from Maokai. We can see the roots of Swain blocks it for the Wukong. Swain might be in danger. He pops ult. He manages to heal off some of his ult. We can get the second ult cast.
Yeah, there it goes. Okay.
Okay, we can see that Swain and Orianna both dangerously low. The Maokai ult did come out. Syndra ult was used last lane, so she couldn't use it to finish anybody off. And surprisingly, both people live.
Orianna too low there to do her ult. Kind of was it hurt.
If she tried to walk up to ult, she probably would have ended up
died.
She
yeah,
would have died.
Definitely.
I think Nico is a minion. Nico transforming into a minion to disguise herself. She does manage to hit the root though. Pretty big root coming in from Nico. We can see the Yorick finally managed to hit an E, but it doesn't really mean much since he doesn't have any graves. We can see there are 3 casters and 2 red casters, so the wave will be slow pushing into Yorick unless Jax wants to shove. Jax decides to chunk Yorick a little bit. He pops his bone plating. Same as usual for the mid lane. Orianna just completely getting smacked by Syndra. Although some good poke coming in from Swain. We can now see that Jax does decide to hard shove the wave. He probably wants to look for a back here, but he burns the Yorick's flash. I don't think that was necessary. He had enough health to just walk away. And if he really needed to, he could have used his grasp auto to heal off some of that damage that was dealt to the Yorick. And now Yorick is not allowed to back because if he does, the wave will shove. He might lose a plate and he'll lose some vital CS. He is permanently down a level, down a flash, and down a TP. Jax can just back here with no issues whatsoever, and TP back to lane, completely healed up, completely with a new item. And I believe this lane, unless Maokai has something to say for it, is just over for Yorick. Oh, Jax does take a couple turret shots here. We can now see that Maokai is posturing to take the grubs. We might see Nico wanting to walk up. Oh, Nico does hit that. Swain has to pop. Oh, we can see the Nico ult coming in as well. It whiffs. Swain doing some good damage here with his ult. Burns the Nico flash. We can see the Jinx and the Varus ult coming in,
Good
taking the
kills,
Nico
yes.
down. We can see now Yorick backing. He doesn't have a TP though, and the wave will be shoved into him. So this is not the best back, but he has no mana. He's probably forced to do this.
It's a good kill too. 2 kills to 0.
Ooh,
Oh, 3 kills. There you go.
Varus.
They claim the feat with that. So
the feats of warfare now claimed. We can see Varus with the snipe from across the lane. That is just magnificent, as it is now a 3-0 lead from Lbcc. We can see a grub fight coming on. The Maokai pops ult, manages to get the Wukong as the Orianna is caught out, having to flash out from getting caught out by the Syndra. Now the teammates coming to reinforce. We can see the Wukong engage, gets knocked back. We can see the Jax stunning the Maokai. The Wukong ult coming out. Syndra trying to poke, doesn't have any abilities up, and is going to get engaged on by the Jax. Syndra ult coming out to kill the Wukong. And
Orianna, I don't know if you missed it. Orianna ulted too. They went for the jump. She had a good stun.
Yes.
She stunned back Jax.
That was a pretty good fight. A couple misplays. We now don't have a jungler for the grubs, but neither does Ozark's tech. And now the wave is looking pretty good for Orianna. She is down a level, but she is up in mana, so she can use some more of her abilities to attack Syndra and also protect herself with her shield. And same as usual for the blue lane, we can see that Jax is just completely demolishing this Yorick. Jax is a little low on mana, though. Getting some good farm in from these Yorick minions. We can see Yorick's Maiden is now up. That might cause some trouble for Jax, as the poke and the heal that comes from the Maiden is pretty oppressive.
Especially with the percent life health. It's going to be a big one.
An engage coming in from Jax. He doesn't have any mana, though. He might be in danger here as the Yorick minions are chipping away at him. The Maiden doing some good damage to him. Yorick might now be in control of the lane. He's good on mana. He's good on health. Jax, however, is not. He doesn't have flash, and he doesn't have ult. Jax might be in danger here. He might be getting to look to Dove, the Yorick, sending his minions after him. Jax dangerously low. The Maokai, however, is bot, so he is safe. The Wukong doing grubs, just finished the grubs, walking to top to save his top laner.
Looks like Jax is up in top lane, getting ready for possibly getting that gank on.
The Wukong coming in, he gets hit. He doesn't get caged. He's trying to divert the Yorick minions, and he just cancels the gank. He saved his Jax. He did what he needed to do. And now we can see Yorick possibly looking to put a ward down. Yep, looking for the next gank that'll come up. We can see a drag fight coming up right now as Maokai and the rest of his team are halfway done. The Orianna ult might be coming to steal the dragon, possibly. The Orianna ult does come through, but it fails to steal the dragon. She does get some of the Maokai and Syndra. We can see the Jax now engaging on top of the Yorick, getting some great poking.
Shot.
Ooh, the Yorick is not dangerous, though. He's going to have to back. He does have TP up, though, so he won't miss much if he immediately TPs back to lane. The Orianna getting poked out by the Syndra. The Syndra having a hard shoved wave in. She has TP up, so she's probably going to want to back after this. Or maybe she's going to continue to push, look for some plates here. There's no more plates, so I don't know why she's still here. Now the 3 people are here, and if she had backed earlier, she might not have died here. She might be looking to all in on Orianna, but the rest of her team is just here to save her. If Syndra had just backed TP back to lane, that would have been a perfect state, but she got greedy, she stayed, and she paid for it. Now we can see some more fighting going on in the top lane. Jax jumps over the Yorick wall. Jax ults onto the Yorick. He might get a tower dive here, but he backs off. He does have his resistances from his ults, and he's clearing off the Yorick minions. We can see the Yorick eating onto him, getting the aggro from the minions. Jax possibly looking to deal some serious damage to his turret. Yorick E's for some reason. And Jax just gets a runaway. Now, if Yorick had stood inside of the stun, he would have gotten turret aggro, and that might have actually managed to kill Jax, but I don't think Yorick knew that little interaction that the Jax stun does damage. But whatever the case, a lot of mistakes coming in from Ozark's Tech. Two missed kills, possibly. We can see now the Wukong looking to get some more kills in the bot lane. Coming in with the gank, he goes onto the Nico. The Nico pops ult, completely whips it onto a clone.
That's the
And
second time she's ulted without using flash. Had she possibly used the flash, she could have gone in the team, got at least a kill.
we can see
Another small
now
misplay.
the Syndra does have ult up. This might be a kill. No, Syndra backs off, choking the Orianna. Another engage on from Jax. The flash from Yorick. He didn't really need to do that, but okay. Oh, a good Varus arrow coming in from the Varus. The tower dive slightly coming in from Jax. The Yorick very chunked, very much in danger. The Maokai is mid, so he can't help his lane. The Syndra ult coming in, and Orianna goes down. Ignite ult coming in from Swain. The ult 2 doesn't do enough damage to kill, but the rest of the ult might be able to kill. Ooh, just barely.
Just out of range.
The Ignite went out right before she was about to die. The tower dive coming in from the top lane. I imagine Yorick will go down here, yes.
They got the. Is that the first turret of the game?
Let's see. Yes, that is the first turret. So now they have the.
So now they have feet.
They have boots. They have first 3 kills, first tower, and
but they are outclassed by 2 dragons.
Yeah, the dragons are currently being given up. They do have 5 grubs though, so that is good for them. Varus is currently in lane, 2v1ing. He might get hit by a Nico ult here. If that does happen, this will be very bad for him. Doesn't get hit, gets poked out a little bit. And right now we're just chilling in lane. We can see the Wukong clearing some vision. Swain returning to his lane, trying to clear some vision. We can see that both bot and mid bush are warded. The mid bush just expires. A lane swap coming in from Jax, probably wanting to save his Orianna from getting poked out so much. And we did see the Orianna really get punished by all of that poke earlier. Not standing opposite from Syndra, which is not the thing you want to do because Syndra, she'll just throw her orb towards you, stun you, and do huge damage. Now let's see how the Orianna does against Yorick. She dodges the E for the first time. Let's see if she can do that through the rest of this lane swap. Yorick making some misplays, so I do believe that Orianna can take advantage of this. Jax getting hit by some of that Orianna poke. Nico missing her root. We can see the Varus ult just whiffing, having to burn the Nico's flash, the Maiden, punching the Orianna a little bit. Orianna 1v1ing Maiden. It's an intense fight. She's still 1v1ing the Maiden. Okay, let's go. Maiden goes down. Yorick ult is now down. Yorick eating some of that poke. Orianna having to protect herself from the ghouls. We see a 1v1 coming in, interrupted by Syndra. Syndra coming in. She has ult up. She might be able to finish off the Wukong, who doesn't get finished off. Now Jinx coming in to reinforce. We can see Varus, no ult. A 3v3 in the bot lane. Syndra does hit a stun onto the Swain. Swain might go down. Swain goes down. The Jax coming in to save. The Nico ult getting 2 knockups. And the Wukong ult stunning or knocking up some more people. We can see the Jax getting more people. And the now 3v1 versus Maokai to finish off the fight. Very good, clean fight from Lbcc. Only Swain goes down, which is really what you want to see here.
There we go. With dragons spawning, it's a great time to take that fight.
Wait, did Orianna just TP?
Yes.
Okay. Orianna TP. Oh, TP's bot for drag. Okay.
And then after this, hopefully they should look to posture for top lane with Atacon and Baron being in the top side now.
Okay, Orianna TP's bot to take the tower, to get that gold that she needs to get back into the game. The deficit that she's in, possibly being alleviated somewhat by the tower gold. Yorick walking back to top lane, where he will be meeting with what appears to be Swain and Varus, as Jax is going bot and Orianna backs after taking the tower. We can now see that it's 10-3 at the 20-minute mark. Only strong players in this game on Ozark's Tech are really Syndra, and that's pretty much it. The ADC is down 2 levels. The top is down 1 level. Same for jungle, and same for support. The only one who's really up right now is the Syndra, who is now 1v1ing Lbcc Halia. You can see that he might be in a little bit of danger. He doesn't see the Maokai here, and if he's not careful, he might get caught out. We do see the Syndra has ult up along with the Maokai, although 2-for-1 might be a little greedy. We can see the 2v2 in the mid lane, and the Orianna coming back to face her old enemy,
I think
Yorick.
they do have vision there, so they can see.
We can
That's
see
good.
the Maokai ult coming in. He does get the double ult. That's huge for him. The Syndra does have her ults up, so this might be a little dangerous. The Maokai ult did root the Jax. Jax waiting on Syndra. Just misses. He flashes for the stun. Nice. He gets big damage on Orianna. Orianna ults the Jax, and he goes down. That is very bad. The
It's
Jax.
a really good play from the Syndra, waiting out the resistances that Jack had with the ult, and then taking him down.
Yeah, she did use her flash. Jax had to flash to get the stun off, but that just put her right where she wanted him, and she ulted him to finish the job. Very bad, as now Orianna is up 2 levels, or sorry, Syndra is up 2 levels, who is in a position to carry this game. However, I don't think Lbcc will be allowing that. You can see the Swain.
Like we got Swain coming in.
He has the flash. Good flash. We can see it is now Voracious Otacon, or Red Otacon, which is the one that gives you the revive. Orianna poking out poking out the Yorick. Yorick currently getting a little maybe annoyed by the fact that he's just getting no sort of counterplay, just getting poked out all game. Syndra clearing some vision. Very, very dangerous here, as the lane is looking to be very lopsided. Everything very in a state of danger. The Rift Herald might be spawning soon. As you can see, Orianna lurking into the Baron pit along with Wukong. The entire team, aside from Jax, is actually here. Jax is in a position to TP, though. We can see the Orianna getting engaged on by the Yorick, but she backs off. Yorick and Orianna both quite chunked out. Everyone grouping mid, possibly looking to take this tier 1 tower or tier 2 tower. Or wait, which one is it? I don't know. Whichever tower they're trying to take, they don't take it.
Looks like be tier 2 mid.
Yeah,
like
tier 1.
One's down.
Tier 1 has gone down. Wukong engaging onto the Yorick. The Yorick wall just goes wide, and the Wukong might get his target here, as he does
Yorick's
have the ult for it.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if the Wukong ult was necessary. They're doing Otacon now, so Wukong won't have ult for Otacon. He's also just face taking all of Otacon's attacks, not bothering to dodge anything. That is a little unwise. Otacon does deceptively large amounts of damage because the Maokai ult coming in, Maokai ult just goes wide, doesn't get anybody, but they did break them off of Otacon, and now the rest of the team is here to claim their prize.
They are a man down, though. This is not a good this would be a good...
Oh, the Maokai ult coming on the gauge on the Wukong clone. Maokai knocks him back. Maokai alone, though, he is separated from the rest of his team. The Nico ult gets a 3-man knockup, but it doesn't amount to anything as there's no follow-up. Syndra getting engaged on as the Jax takes her down with a huge shutdown from the Syndra. And the Maokai, separated from his team, will also go down here. This was a great fight by Lbcc. Perhaps they did Otacon for a bait. And if that was so, then that was pretty good from Lbcc, baiting the enemy team into taking that and going down. Although, if they did have Wukong ult, they might have been able to get Yorick there. But now Jax...
No, Yorick was dead during that fight. So
Jinx.
Gotcha.
Now we can see Jax is absolutely like a raid boss. He is completely immortal, unkillable, regular old faker. Yorick now having his push power improved, looking to clear some vision, maybe even push the wave. Swain currently fighting with Nico.
Nico using clones for vision. Smart.
We do see that we are currently on to the dragon. Swain does get a nice engage with the W. The Nico counters by rooting him, and the stun from the Syndra. Swain might go down. Swain has to pop ult. He does heal a little bit from the ult. The ult bar ticking down. The dragon is claimed by Lbcc, but the engage coming in from Ozarks. They are not fooled by the fake clone. That was actually the real Wukong. Yeah.
Trying to pretend to be the clone there.
A way to counter that is just by clicking on the Wukong and seeing if he has any
actual stats.
Okay, we can now see that we are even on drags, not even on kills or gold or objectives. 5 grubs to 1, 2 to 2 towers and drags, and right now Syndra and Jax. Those are the 2 people you want to be looking at. We can see that. Oh, the ult hitting the Nico clone. A little bit of a misplay by Varus. Varus getting ulted on by the Nico. And the Nico goes down. And Jax coming in to take off the Syndra. Once again, the ult coming in from Wukong. Jax might be able to clean up, but he is a little bit low. We can see the Wukong diving the tower. He might regret that as he's rooted, taking big tower shots. Oh, the Wukong will go down with the tower. That wasn't too bad. The 3 for 2, we can see the Syndra did go down. So now we can take this tower. We might be able to look for nah, it should be back up by then. Oh, but Yorick doing Yorick things, pushing top tower. This tower will be. Oh, never mind. He's gonna back off for some reason.
Who's teleporting? Looks like, was that Orianna?
I don't.
Orianna teleporting in.
Oh, okay. Jax is just face tanking Maokai. Jax does not care about Maokai. He's just gonna take him. He's just gonna hit his face, take the tower in front of his face, and then just walk away. What? Oh, the minions.
Jax dies to no. He dies to burn.
Oh, did
I
he?
think it was Leandri's.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't. I think
Jax getting a little cocky there.
He dies to Leandri's, but
although the shutdown did go to Maokai, so that's not that bad actually. But in terms of Yorick, I think he could have taken that tower. Orianna doesn't do any damage to him, and he's Yorick. He can take towers in 3 seconds. We can see that now Syndra pushing bot lane, tier 1 tower up for grabs, and nobody there to answer him. Jax will be up in about 15 seconds. He does have TP. He might be able to challenge the Syndra. We can see the spell shield from the Varus, possibly looking to negate some of that stunning that they have from Syndra or the Nico or maybe even Maokai. A lot of CC on this team, definitely. They probably want to another 1v1 of the Maiden. Varus just barely wins that 1v1. Swain clearing some vision. They're all looking to prepare for Otacon here.
You say it looks like Jack's going bottom lane to answer just a little too late.
He does have TP.
He does have the
Otacon.
TP for the fight if it's needed, and Syndra does as well.
We might see a double TP from Swain and Syndra. However, they both can stun each other. So if one TPs before the other, we could see one of them be interrupted.
Yorick is a little.
Yeah, he's a little overextended. He's gonna get caught out here. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, Yorick's probably gonna die here.
Yeah, little overextension on Yorick's part.
Okay, there goes Yorick. No ults, right? Okay, good job.
Okay, good. They gave the kill to Orianna. Definitely get that money in her pocket.
Yeah, very good. We can see the Syndra did not TP. She instead backed and then walked to the Otacon. But now they're down a member. We can see the Maokai engaging on the Wukong, the Maokai ult and the Nico ult. Huge combo ult coming from both teams. But they just answer with a huge Varus R and the Swain R. The
Varus R got 3 people there. I don't know if you saw that. So
the Wukong are knocking up 2 people. They're chasing the Maokai down. We can see the Syndra still poking a little bit. Jax now TPing in, and they just clean it up. That was actually a really good fight from Ozark, but they just didn't have the damage. The Syndra's now probably going to go.
Jax still chasing.
Okay. The Syndra
was wondering what that was, but she threw it.
Mm-hmm.
That was her cue.
Syndra survives. Yeah, that fight was actually looking pretty good. We had the Maokai ult plus Nico ult. Oh, the Syndra did not ult. That's where they didn't have any damage due to the Syndra not ulting. They could have taken down a lot of people there, but Lbcc at this point, I think it's kind of just over. They don't really have any answer. They don't have anything to do. The Otacon is now theirs, and they're probably just gonna push lanes, take Baron, and then end the game. They're now able to revive after death, and that means that anything that they do will really just not be answered. They can dive under tower. They won't be punished for it because they'll just revive in base afterwards. We can see the Syndra, level 16 versus the Jax, who is now level 17. Whereas before that they were even, now they are not. And the Jax is ahead of her. We can see the Syndra trying to poke out the Wukong, but he has Otacon buff, so he doesn't really care. If he dies, he'll just come back. Drag now coming up. I don't recommend Ozark try to fight this because if they lose any members, they won't die. However, if Ozark lose members, the Nico getting a good stun on the Swain. Swain, again, does not care. He just walks back and then he can walk forward. If he dies, he'll come back. However, I think you don't want either team on soul point here, so it's kind of forced to contest. The Varus R just hits the Nico. They're all death balling inside of a bush, possibly looking to get anybody who overextends. But I don't think anybody's going to take the bait, yeah?
Looks like Yorick's backing.
Yeah, Yorick's
Looks like they just gave drag.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Giving up drag here. If they give one more Ocean Drake, that is not going to be looking good. Ocean Soul times 4.
Yeah, I think the healing that they're gonna be receiving is you can already see it affecting the Swain a little bit. Now the Oriana against the Syndra. Syndra up a level, so she might be able to do some good damage to Oriana here. And as we said it before, they're gonna be doing Baron now. Baron gonna be going down very quickly. The Wukong or the Swain might be getting caught out here. He ults, but he just comes back to life later on. He's gonna walk back to that fight. Maokai will be going down here, and now they don't have a jungler, and now they can't contest Baron. And Swain, he doesn't mind. Oh, a
Huge
huge
triple stun.
but it just doesn't
Oh,
matter.
double stun though.
Double stun by the Jax. Jax gonna engage onto the Nico. He chooses correctly on which is the clone and which is not. We can see that the Yorick does manage to save his Nico. But now they don't have a jungler, and now Baron
And
is
Varus
open.
R.
Varus R to clear
Is
up
that-
the Jinx, and now they're gonna take Baron, and nothing can be done about that.
They'll take this very quick with Jax, Varus, and Wukong all together.
I think this is pretty much just it. This game.
Yeah, they should get this. Everyone should back and then take it right up mid.
I think that there's not really any chance of Ozark coming back. It's currently 24-9. They're down 8,000 gold. They have 5 grubs, so they have Baron power and grub power. We can see Yorick currently pushing 2 separate lanes with his maiden. Gotta love that. Very, very fair and balanced champion design, by the way. I love how he can push 2 lanes without having to do anything. Yorick, he might be able to, alleviate some of the pressure, but where you really want to look is mid lane. Mid lane is the most powerful lane for pushing when you have Baron buff. It can directly just do everything you need to do it. We can see the Swain alleviating the maiden push, and everyone's gripping mid, looking to start pushing. Jax currently pushing bot lane. Yorick there to answer him, but as we saw before, Yorick is down 3 levels.
Wukong still power farming. Don't know why.
You always gotta make sure you take your camps while you're ending the game. That's the jungler special right there.
Right.
Yorick probably
There we
gonna
go.
die here. He's gonna get caught out. The Jax damage is just far too much. The Jax ults for Aura onto the Yorick.
Yeah.
We can see the Syndra getting some damage onto the Oriana.
Syndra still has ult, so Oriana needs to be careful
Yeah,
here.
Oriana might-
She's close.
She might actually die here. She has no backup. Another Nico's route, but yeah, the tower goes down. And now that they have tempo, they don't have Syndra, and Oriana can stop the back. The Syndra ult does take down the Oriana, but Oriana served her purpose. She delayed the back. Syndra's still not backing. She's walking back to base, and they're just ending the game while Syndra is lollygagging. She's okay now. Syndra backs, but it's already too late.
It might be. Yeah, it's too late.
Oriana with the vital delay there, she stalled Syndra enough to allow them to take the tower and the 2 inhibs. We can see the Maokai coming in. The Nico ult doesn't get anybody, and yeah, that's pretty much
The
it.
Swain ult on top of it. Varus ulted, hit 3 again. And now we have. They're still just gonna have to watch out for that poke
the
from
huge
Syndra.
Wukong
And
ult. We can see Jack coming in, getting some good stunning, getting some engage. Swain with the ult. They can't even walk up because of that Swain ult. And yeah, that'll be GG. We can see the game 1 going to Lbcc. Okay. Right now we are currently in the draft. We can see LBCC red. Now on the red side, and we're just trying to see what we're gonna draft for game two. I think, yeah, game one was definitely a dominating victory. That's play at the end by Quinn or Oriana to delay the Syndra from coming back and helping her team was pretty vital. Um, yeah, that Yorick probably had some difficulties in the game, but that's okay. Coming in now, we can see that they're looking to pick Nafiri for their first game.
That first pick or first ban?
It looks like first pick.
Okay.
Right now we can see that they banned Nafiri last game. So maybe once the other side readies up, we can pick it this time. But it's all up to circumstance. We don't really know what's gonna happen. Just waiting right now. In the meantime, talking about last game, the things that happened, I would say what Ozark needed to do was that they needed to definitely have their Yorick just sit under tower the entire game. They pretty much had no chance of winning that. Uh, in top lane, the top lane was getting smacked all game, and there was really nothing that they were doing about it. We can see the R coming in as the first ban. Okay, the first ban is Nefiri. They definitely they want to target ban the mid lane as they did last
I think
time.
we're gonna see a lot of the same bans as the first game. Um,
Yeah, pretty much. They just want that them to pick Syndra or some other mid laner that they can jump onto very quickly. Because their mid laner definitely proved that they were the best on their team, and so they're just coming to show it again. If they have the same draft again, I'm not sure if I could recommend that. We can see the Amumu coming in for the first pick this time, as Ozark banned out the Maokai and the Galio.
picked Mal.
Or
Picked
sorry, yeah,
Maokai.
banned the
Banned out the
Mordekaiser.
Mordecai.
Yeah, Mordekaiser. Sorry about that. Smolder, interesting. They might be going for some scaling this game, as the Smolder comes in for Ninja Fortnite. Now looking to pick their or possibly ban their enemy ADC. Oh no, the Jinx pick. Okay, looks like pretty similar bans and picks as last game. I don't know if they'll learn from their mistakes this time after what happened last game, but we'll have to see. We can see, yeah, Jinx Nico, same bot lane, same jungler, but looks like Lbcc is looking to pick a different team this time, with Melio being hovered to assist the Smolder. Melio, um, into Jinx Nico. I guess it's all right. Smolder has a very weak early game, and Melio can help with some protection. Perhaps the
Mel
Mel.
mid
Um,
or Morgana support.
okay, it looks like Morgana coming in.
Morgana support. Okay.
Morgana can help with some of those roots, some of those Maokai engages. Morgana would actually be pretty good into this comp, yeah, to protect the Nico and the Maokai roots.
Morgana is going to be big with the shields on Smolder.
Hmm.
Also with the stuns, stopping all of the engage.
Yeah, Morgana is actually a pretty good pick here. I do like it much better than Milio. I don't think Milio could really help too much aside from maybe a Maokai ult. The Syndra getting banned. I don't think the Syndra was really much of a problem last game, and a Gwen
And
ban.
a Gwen ban for that top.
Okay, interesting. They might be wanting to pick a tank in top lane if they're gonna ban the tank killer. So let's see what they pick here for the mid lane. Another Oriana. Okay, Oriana is the mid lane. Is Quinn's bread and butter. Definitely her strongest pick, most likely so far. Um,
Possibly a hyper carry Smolder.
yeah, it does look that way. There's not much damage aside from Smolder and Ori here.
So it looks like we're going to get a top counter pick again.
Indeed.
So, who did they blind pick in? Looking, they're hovering Quinn, possibly. Is that what that looked like?
I'm imagining the top lane is probably gonna want to pick something very safe, something that's not completely gonna get demolished like they did last time. The Cassiopeia mid, a very strong mid laner, very strong carry potential here from the Cassiopeia. Uh, Already looking up how to counter the Cassiopeia. Annie, Talia, Lux. Okay, okay. And for the top lane pick,
I mean, that's okay because they have Ori in there. Ori's
Mhm.
fine into Cass. Ori
Malphite.
outranges. You got, who is it?
Malphite.
Malphite top. Okay.
Yes. They did. Oh no. They didn't ban the Silas, and Silas has a. Actually, I think Malphite has a negative win rate against Silas. Every time a Silas is picked against a Malphite, the game goes down by like multiple percentages of win rate.
Not
And
only do they have Malphite ult, they have Malphite ult, they have Nico ult, and they have Maokai.
oh,
So they'll have all three of those ults for Silas to work with.
that is very very bad
Huge engaged
for
tools.
Ozark. The Malphite, he probably wanted something safe to pick, something that because LBCC Halia is he does struggle against Malphite because Malphite is just point and click, laning. You don't really have to do anything besides click on them and then run away. But with Malphite, this is going to be a very very tough lane for Ozark, and he already had a tough lane last game, and now I think this game was decided in draft. Silas is gonna steal Malphite ult. He's gonna press R, and then the entire enemy team is gonna die because Silas can use Malphite's ult much better than Malphite can. He uses it for big damage. He gets in to the back line, and he just wreaks havoc. And it's definitely gonna be a tough game for here. With the draft now over, we're gonna be getting ready to head into the game pretty soon, and it's looking pretty dire for LBCC. We'll see when the draft or when the game starts. Mhm. wait, the camera. Trans, do you know how to set the spectator camera to directed instead of manual?
Hold on, do it real quick. It's at the bottom, right? No, I don't. But the camera's off right now.
No, because when it
It's off.
starts, yeah, it turns into manual.
Okay. It's in that bottom little.
Bottom
corner.
left, it goes from manual camera to directed camera.
Okay. Which one is it? Yellow PC5. It's observer.
No, it's already on Observer, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the mic is on.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, or because it's not playing any audio.
Ninja pause.
Should the mic be muted?
You guys can talk.
Okay, well, we are currently in. It appears that we are having technical difficulties with the replay, or with the spectator, as we are unable to see the game. Trying to reconnect to provide you with some stream right now. We can see, yeah, the issues are currently happening right now. Tech issues. Lots of trepidation in waiting for this game to get underway. Right now, we're trying to figure out if anything is going on.
I think once the game starts.
Yeah, it looks like some issues are currently happening right now. In the meantime, we're just going to be looking at the bot lane perspective. We can see Ninja Fortnite, also known as Blake on Smolder. That is... Yeah, that's my guy.
My name's Ignacarius Gigantorino.
Okay, so right now we're looking at Smolder. Smolder is known for his heavy amount of scaling. Oh, we are now in the replay, or the spectator. We're going to go back to the Smolder real quick. Oh no, the top lane with Enzo. Standard 5 points, or a little unstandard, a little bit actually. We can see the Oriana in the bot lane. They're looking for a guard against the bot lane invade. We're going to be wanting to look at the top lane for sure, as they are definitely... This is definitely where all of the action is going to take place. This is definitely where all of the excitement is going to be. The top lane versus top lane, Silas versus Malphite.
Jumping in, sorry, bot.
And now we can see the bot lane. Blake is watching his top laner ward the minions. And we're going to go back into the spectator of the... Okay.
One of these.
Now we're just going to be waiting here a bit to see if anything happens. Yeah. Just remember to like the stream, comment if you have anything to say about anything you want to see LBCC do in the future, and comment who is your favorite player on the esports team. If you have any personal favorites or if you know anybody who you want to be shouted out, just let me know and I will get back to you as the professional, as the lead caster, as we're getting into the game right now. Same as before. We're gonna be looking at everybody walking back to lane, into lane, and so on and so forth. With the Shamrock Malphite skin coming in, very powerful skin that might actually save Malphite here. If I were to imagine anything, I would think that you definitely don't want Malphite to be engaged by Silas. He would be having a lot of trouble. Oh, the lane swap. Silas versus Cassiopeia. That might actually be a lot more dangerous than Malphite. Cassiopeia is definitely going to have more incentive into this lane as the two foremost skilled players on their respective teams will now go head to head. We can see the bot lane unsuspecting of what is about to happen to them. And we don't know. It's going to be very, very tense. Lots of waiting, lots of posturing. It is going to be very, very tense waiting. Okay, the lanes are now underway. Silas getting poked by Cassiopeia to start the lane off. Malphite announcing his presence with a rock solid Q. And standard poke coming in through from all the lanes. Cassiopeia getting her poke in while it is still early. We're currently experiencing technical difficulties, so we will be right back momentarily. Okay, so we are back. Sorry for those difficulties earlier. We are now level 3 in lane. We can see the Silas has already gotten a kill and he's about to get another one. He's engaging onto the Cassiopeia as the Amumu coming in to engage on the Cassiopeia as well. Cassiopeia trying to evade. She is out of mana and Silas is doing some good damage. She flashes the Amumu Q, but the Silas manages to clean up, getting his first blood. Sorry for the mistake. Now, for another kill, he's going to be looking for queuing onto Maokai. Maokai has to flash. Maokai gets away. He flashes out. Amumu going to be taking his grubs. Or his scuttle, I mean. And immediately, as we get back into this, there's action already underway. Morgana whiffs her Q. But the Q is on a short cooldown, so she doesn't mind that at all. Silas gonna back here. Morgana looking for a Q. The Q goes wide, taking some poke out, but she does manage to stack her mana flow and her support item with the W. Morgana has a really oppressive lane as she just kind of gets free poke. And if you get hit by her Q, that is an immediate death sentence.
They did a lane swap.
Yeah, they recognized that the Silas was going to get demolished. Or the Maokai was going to get demolished by the Silas, and now we can see the Silas is just doing the exact same thing to Cassiopeia. Oh! The kiting by the Cassiopeia. Mark my words, they were wrong, but the Winions. Gotta love Winions.
And he got the kill.
Orianna getting into melee range with the Malphite, getting dangerously low. She's low on mana, low on health. I don't think this is safe for Orianna. The Nico hitting a good root, and the Smolder now low on mana as the Morgana is also low on health and mana. Bot lane looking a little dire, mid lane looking equally dire. And the top lane currently getting to back where they are. Orianna will be backing, Maokai wanting to stop that back, but he fails. And now Orianna gets to TP back to lane, or yeah, she will TP back to lane. Silas looking to shove this wave in, but Cassiopeia is not allowing this as she is doing some good damage to the wave, clearing it out, looking for maybe a freeze here. Silas trying to break that freeze. Let's see if he succeeds as the Nico misses her root, but she does hit some good poke onto the Smolder. Orianna, now with a fresh back and level 6, is looking to take advantage of the Maokai, or the Malphite, who has not backed yet, but the Shamrock skin will give him strength. It is obviously the best skin in the game, by the way. It's not just a green chroma. Whoever says that is not intelligent. Morgana is looking to actually roam to get a gank top. She backs off after the grubs are dead. And now Blake is alone in the mid lane, or in the bot lane. Let's see if he can survive the 2v1. Silas steals Cassiopeia's ult. If Cassiopeia looks in his direction, she will be stunned. The stun coming in from the... Oh, yep. Stun plus stun plus stun. You gotta love that bouncy house that Cassiopeia was just put into. Now Blake actually not doing pretty good. He's actually bullying the Jinx under his own tower. Although the Orianna is dangerously low, getting engaged by the Maokai. She does escape.
Yeah, QD will have to back here.
Dodging the roots, dodging the poke, dodging everything, actually. Looks like Ninja Fortnite is going crazy right now. Although the wave is pushing, and Morgana has returned to help her ADC.
Surprisingly, Jinx got 6 here first. Oh, no. Blake also got it, or Ninja also got it as well.
We can see the blue buff getting done by Amumu, looking to maybe gank the bot lane. However, they are backing, and if Amumu starts this dragon, then Jinx and Nika will be late. So this is a good opportunity for them to start right now. And if they don't, then Ninja or Smolder will be low, and he won't be in position to do it either. Looks like Silas did actually use that Cassiopeia ult. I didn't get to see him use it. Maybe I missed it.
Looks like Smolder and Morgana are both backing in the bottom.
Cassiopeia getting some good poke in on the Silas, missing some skill shots, but hitting some other ones. Very dangerous lane to be in, as the poke from Cassiopeia is just like, it's oppressive. It's high damage in a short amount of time, like bursts essentially, as Cassiopeia continues to push the lane in, be an annoying nuisance. The lane swap continuing to hold strong. It looks like Lbcc doesn't really mind this, as they believe in their top laner to overcome this mid lane, as Malphites and Orianna duke it out in the mid lane, and Silas and Cassiopeia duke it out in the top lane. We can see a good amount of damage coming from Smolder back in the top lane. We can see Cassiopeia poking out the Silas, and in the mid lane, Malphite actually getting poked out by the Orianna. The Maokai ult coming in from the mid lane, followed by the Malphite ult. This might be a kill, as the stun and the root and the slow, and it does indeed claim Orianna. In the bot lane, a Morgana Q hit onto the Nico, but not much in the ways of capitalization from Lbcc.
Morgana doesn't have that damage yet.
She did.
When she gets that item, she kills beyond it.
Yeah, we can also see the heal on Morgana instead of the ignite, so that would also severely reduce her kill potential. I think actually I would have left Ignite here from the healing that this enemy team has. The Maokai has innate healing, and Cassiopeia will be building her Rod of Ages, which does heal her periodically. In the meantime, right now, oh, Amumu gets a free kill on Malphite. Nice, let's go. In the meantime, you can see that Silas and Cassiopeia are relatively even in levels. Nothing too crazy so far. Same thing for mid lane. Same thing for bot lane. Some good poke coming in from Lbcc. The ult coming in from Smolder doesn't kill, but he will flash for the kill, getting some good stacks off that. Jinx manages to zone off some of the assault. We see the Orianna ult coming in, followed by the Amumu engage. The Orianna does claim the kill. I would prefer looking into the Smolder to get his stacks up, but Orianna so well. We can see the Satis ult stolen. The Cassiopeia ult stolen from by the Satis, and now we're joining Dragon. This should be a free Dragon. We see that everyone is not present. First objective is going to be going to Lbcc, and the first 3 kills. Also, it looks like
we do have Maokai answering with grubs.
This is a little familiar, you know. First 3 kills going to Lbcc. First objective going to Lbcc.
Although they had drag last time.
Oh, also this time they don't have 5 grubs. Now,
true, yeah.
Now they both respectively have 3 grubs. Ooh, Morgana just barely misses the steal on the grubs. Malphite gonna get caught out here, and the Maokai has the ult to save him, and Morgana takes the Maokai ult, and they just walk off without a care in the world. 2-7 right now at the 11-minute mark. We see the TP coming into the bot lane. Smolder gets some good damage onto them. That Nico just barely misses her root, takes a tower shot for it.
Really good shot.
A plate is given to Ozark, but Lbcc will take a plate right back in the mid lane as Malphite is going to clear off this wave. Smolder just stacking up. Morgana clearing the vision, and Silas burns his rocket belt to dodge the skill shot by Cassiopeia. Right now, Silas clearing some vision, getting rid of this control ward to possibly ward deep. Yep, he's going to put a deep ward there to watch for the Maokai engage. You really want to get a ward particularly deep into the river, because if Maokai ults you, you really have no way to escape that unless you want to flash behind that. But at that point, you've already lost that lane. You can see that Amumu is in the bot lane right now. We're looking at the mid lane with some pivoting gameplay from both sides. Amumu waiting. We can see that Nico does. Yeah, Nico spots a triple ult from Nico, followed by the Smolder, and Smolder will claim. Oh no, Amumu. Okay, Amumu ults to take both kills. He secured the kills. Smolder still without any kills besides the one that he got in the earlier game. You can see Cass is continuing to push hard into this lane, not allowing Silas to get any sort of lead, as she can now be seen to have a slight XP lead. Silas trying to get as much poke as he can. He does get the engage, and Maokai getting heavily poked. Although Cassiopeia punishing Silas for even daring to engage on top of her.
Yeah, as you can see that Silas going in, he's got to watch those poison clouds, and then every time he gets hit, he's backing up, because can't take those cues.
Yeah, the poking from Cassiopeia is very oppressive. Every time Silas engages on her, Cassiopeia just hits him right back. Although this time, that was a really good trade by Silas, as she didn't get any opportunity to hit it back. It now appears that the wave will continue to slowly push him. Morgana has roam top, the Maokai ult getting stolen by Silas to engage onto the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia ults and Maokai gonna engage on Silas, and Morgana is a little too late to help him as she black shields. Silas burns to death, the Morgana ult coming in, but she might die. She has to flash out. We can see the move there to save, and that was pretty bad from Lbcc. All in all, it wasn't too bad, but the Maokai ult with no kind of follow-up, and the Morgana getting chunked very, very low. The late black shield did give the shutdown to, I think, Cassiopeia, which is very bad news for
a little bit of overconfidence there, I'd say. I think getting those early kills Really put that confidence up in Silas, thinking he could take her all in one shot.
We do know that their Cassiopeia is the best player on the team, so we really shouldn't be playing that cocky. We shouldn't risk giving them any kills, and that risk definitely is proven right there. The Nico ult, the Nico root missing, followed by the Jinx slow missing. Some poke coming in from Oriana as Malphite is just standing there making it walk. Solid. He W's for Aura. And we can see the Cassiopeia ult followed by Silas engaging onto the Cassiopeia. The Mumu Q misses. He might have to Q in and flash or an ult, but he doesn't do it. They see the Cassiopeia punishing a Mumu before walking up. Mumu does have ult and flash is halfway done. If Cassiopeia looks at him, oh, this might be a kill here. He has Cassiopeia ult. Mumu does have his Qs up, and Mumu hits one Q. Cassiopeia is dead. Cassiopeia is gonna try to survive this bot lane. I mean, the top lane. Mumu's gonna Q in. He's looking to ult. Mumu coming in, followed by the Cassiopeia ult. Oh no! Oh no! Both ults burnt, and Cassiopeia now has a shutdown on a Mumu and a double kill in the top lane. This might this might be very bad for Lbcc, as now Cassiopeia, the best player on their team, has the most amount of gold, and that gold deficit is now only 1k, with most of the gold being in Cassiopeia's pocket. In other news, Malphite is he's standing there menacingly. He's trying his best.
Big mountain. Just gotta
Yeah, he doesn't. He's
all
like,
Cutie's gotta do is keep him off
okay,
that.
there's
Keep him off that shield.
Oriana ults, and he just gets away. Oh no, he died. Okay, thank okay. If he got away, that would have been very bad. Malphite, seemingly a little confused. He has Koenig, so maybe he's a little overconfident in the fact that he doesn't take any damage, but I don't really think that's a wise decision. As now, Silas's bot, he just stole.
Yeah, he got popped.
The dragon will be taken by Lbcc. We can see that the jungle pet is evolved by Mumu, giving him an improved smite. I'm gonna take the grub now, and in the bot lane, Silas is lurking in wait. He is standing on vision. Ooh, he gets booted by the Nico. He might look to engage here. He has the ult from Nico. Counter ult by Nico into the Nico. And a kill for the Fortnite, although the top lane tower is going to be dangerously low as Morgana is caught out. She might have to heal for speed, but she doesn't. She ults onto the Maokai. Maokai cues her back. Oh!
He's dead.
Nice! Nice stun by the Morgana.
Great shutdown.
She delayed the ult to pop and then cued him to extend the CC as much as possible. We can see the bot lane tower soon to fall. We can see Blake does take a little bit of poke. He actually takes a tower shot as well. But he's probably going to back after this. He has TP up. He's going to be looking to get his item up, get as much gold as he can. Malphite currently stacking his magic resist, which is a wise decision. Silas is definitely going to be a very dangerous opponent into this game right now. Right now, we can see Mumu stealing some jungle camps from Ozark. Jinx dangerously low, as well as her tower. She's gonna back, which might put her lane in a bit of risk. Because Mumu engages onto the Malphite. Malphite not caring. He just gonna Mumu ults onto the one-man Malphite. Silas now has Malphite ult. This might be very dangerous as the Malphite ult goes into the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is now gonna ult two men, but the Black Shield saves Silas from being stunned, and Cassiopeia is getting some really good kiting here. Cassiopeia is not down. The damage is still there, but Cassiopeia finally goes down from the Oriana. Oriana now dangerously low. The Jinx ult comes in, and Oriana will go down. But Silas still fighting, still healing, still doing big damage. The Morgul goes wide, and the Maokai is still alive. Although the Cassiopeia death is very big. I believe that is a shutdown. I don't know who got the shutdown though. Oriana got the shutdown. You would want it in Silas' pocket, but a shutdown is a shutdown, as the bot tower will go down here. And Silas is now fighting the enemy Nico. He heals off the clone. Yes, they got the first tower and they got the first big kills.
And and I think they got the first 3.
Yeah, so they got the Grubs and the 2 Dragons. They now have boost for the second time. It is now 8-14. Less of a stomp than last game, but definitely a very dangerous engage. In all of these team fights, you need to remember that Cassiopeia is all of their damage, is all of their fighting potential. So you need to take out Cassiopeia first and foremost. If you do not take her out, then you're in danger of losing the team fight. You can see now Otacon is soon to spawn in top lane, as that is where most of the action has been happening. It is Ruinous Otacon, which is the black one, which is, in my opinion, better than the red one. It has a much more, has a longer impact on the game, granting you bonus buffs from all the objectives, including Baron and all the dragons. We can see Morgana looking to gank the Malphite, misses the Q. Gotta do some targeting a little bit. We can see Cassiopeia fighting Silas in the bot lane. Cassiopeia is now 2 levels up on Silas. This is not good. Cassiopeia is their carry and will have the most carry potential. And so you need to take care of her as soon and as quickly as you can. Smolder and Amumu now in top lane. Smolder looking to get the red buff. They are now looking to get Otacon as soon as possible. Maokai unaware as he has backed. Silas also backing. I believe this will be a free Otacon. Malphite is just, he's wandering in the top lane. He doesn't have any idea that this happened. And yeah, unless Malphite suddenly gets wise, ult maybe. Okay. Yeah. These flowers will be very big as the XP deficit will be mitigated with all that free XP that they got from flowers. We can now see Orianna and Morgana in the top lane, and Maokai is also in the top lane, looking to go to mid, where Smolder is currently fighting the Jinx. Malphite alone in the top lane. Silas looking to go steal his ult. He's probably not going to stay for very long. He just wants to show up, steal the ult, and then back off. I think what Malphite might want to do is get a spell shield here, similar to how Cassiopeia raw ulting the Amumu. Very lucky on the Amumu's part.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, folks. I sneezed there. We can see the fight coming in. Cassiopeia doing big damage to Morgana. Morgana has to flash out. Orianna ball plays the Maokai coming in. Maokai has to kill the. We see the Nico coming in. Maokai the Amumu, the Smolder coming in. And Cassiopeia not dead. Cassiopeia doing big damage. The Malphite goes wide. Cassiopeia killing. And ooh. Cassiopeia killed 3 before they could take her down. That's what I was talking about earlier. If they do not take out the Cassiopeia, her damage is just gonna be too much. But as I was saying earlier, Malphite probably wants to get a spell shield here because that way Silas doesn't walk up and press R on him. He'll have to at least pop the spell shield before he steals his ultimate, which might allow some counterplay maybe. But yeah, that was a big fight. Orianna currently soloing the dragon with Silas stuff. That was a big fight. Cassiopeia did not die immediately. Malphite is he's doing things. He might kill the Orianna here. Nope, he's fighting back. Oh, the Jinx rocket to steal the dragon. Malphite will go down eventually, though. That was a really big Jinx rocket. The Malphite actually acting as a living ward because they had a red ward there, or a control ward, which made it so that any of their wards could not see anything, unless, of course, you have a living ward in Malphite to see everything. Actually, a pretty good play by Malphite. But the Cassiopeia now level 16. She has her max rank R. It's only going to go down from here if they do not control the Cassiopeia. The top lane is now pushed all the way to their tier 3 tower, whereas on the blue side, their tier 1 has not even been touched. The Cassiopeia is just dominating in her own aspect, whereas the rest of the team is just playing catch up with this solo laner. Bottom lane tower almost taken down. Cassiopeia level 16. She might look for a pick on the Orianna here. You can see she is forming up, poking out the Orianna. Orianna dangerously close to Cassiopeia. I think you just want to stay in the tower. You want to hard push late when it comes to you. You do not want Cassiopeia to get that tower over. You see oh, okay. We can see that engage almost popping up in the bot lane. Oriana dangerously close to a dying tower. The tower will go down. The Oriana ult to save herself from the Cassiopeia engage. It also takes away the spell shield from the Cassiopeia. The Morgana Q, followed by the Smolder engage. She will take down the Nico. Very good kill coming in from Morgana here, as the Rift Herald will soon spawn, and they will be without their Nico ult to possibly get some good engages here. We see the move engaging on the Maokai.
Smolder's also fully evolved, so we got Smolder fully online.
Smolder scaling is now activated, as his executes will soon be very vital. He'll be claiming some of those kills soon. He might be able to. Oh, we can see the Cassiopeia currently engaging onto the Oriana without a tower. Oriana has to flash out. Very smart for the Oriana to avoid giving this Cassiopeia any more kills. But in terms of Smolder, we can see by the look of his horns fully sprouted, he can now execute his enemies, which will allow him to maybe catch up and possibly match the Cassiopeia. Maokai getting poked out a little bit by the Morgana. Baron, they canceled the Baron. They were doing it earlier. We see the Malphite now lurking. He does have ult up. You do not want to group up against the Malphite, as he might ult your entire team. However, Cassiopeia is not yet there, so she won't be able to follow up. Lbcc in a little bit of a bad spot here. They have low health, or they have a little bit of chunking on them. We see the Maokai ult coming in. It doesn't hit anybody. That was a wasted Maokai ult, and now they don't have their engage. This is very big for Lbcc, as now that Nace does not have their ults, they do not have to worry about any sort of engage coming in from Ozark's tech. Cassiopeia hiding in a bush, looking for anybody who unwisely is going to walk up. They instead decide to avoid that. You can see Morgana and Silas in the top lane, Oriana facing a 1v2 in the mid lane, and the bot lane currently empty. Or Oriana. The barrier for Aura. Okay, I guess Jinx might have fat fingered the barrier for some reason. We can see 4 in the mid lane. Silas currently 1v1ing the Malphite, who is probably not going to do very well. The root coming in from Nico. And Maokai still does not have his ult up. And everyone's just kind of hanging around there. They might be thinking if they can get a good pick here, then they'll do Baron and they'll end the game. Top lane now looking a little less dire, as the tower is a little bit poked out, but they're still pushed all the way to tier 3. We're kind of ARAMing here. We're not really doing anything. No waves are being pushed. We see the bot lane wave is just dying with nobody there to collect it. And Amumu is just chilling with his friends, I guess. There's no jungle caps up. Oh, no, there are. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, Momo is having a party. He's going to look to engage on the Nico here. He does miss. The Maokai ult coming in to stop the engage. It hits the Oriana. The Nico coming in. Huge Maokai ult. Followed by the Smolder ult coming in to maybe alleviate some of that. The Cassiopeia. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Cassiopeia is now fully able to do some damage, but the CC coming in to cancel that. The Zanyas to cancel that. Oh, good kiting to avoid Cassiopeia. That would have been very, very bad. Cassiopeia was able
to 2 turrets now. Well, 2 mid turrets. This one we should push right on.
They're doing Baron.
They're doing Baron. I think their health is too low. I think it should have been.
Oh, okay.
Second turret.
Yeah, we could take 2. Oh, okay. I guess
they're going drag. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. We could take a tower and then go drag, but this is good too.
Drag on your way out.
The drag is being done a little bit slowly because they don't have their Smolder there. That earlier fight could have gone very bad, but luckily Lbcc did manage to control it. The Jinx ult just barely missing. That could have been very bad, as Ozark would have then had to even not drag the. Ooh, that took it. The Morgana Q just barely missing. Yeah. Okay, we can see now that Nico has turned into the red buff. Let's go. The red buff is gonna walk mid lane. Okay. Nico turned back into the normal form. Smolder now has a bounty. And I think we're gonna be looking to do Baron. We're gonna be looking for Baron, looking to end this game. We do not want Cassiopeia to hit level 18. If she gets max level,
we got Morgana.
She has her spell shield, so Morgana's gonna have to pop that if she wants to look for any Qs. The W to pop the spell shield?
She did
Yep.
pop it with the W.
Very wise. Oh, that.
Oh no, she did.
Wait, okay. The hex. Wait,
That,
what? The proto belt pops the spell shield, but the W doesn't.
Was it a pixel out again?
No, because she was burning from the zombie. Okay. Riot is a great game company. Let's let's continue on. The Cassiopeia spell shield is now down, so Silas will be able to stun her, but I don't think Silas actually wants to fight Cassiopeia. She's a level up. She has her Rod of Ages, and Cassiopeia's damage is just very, very dangerous. You do not want her to hit you. You do not want her to do any sort of damage to you, because if she does, your entire team will die. And we can see that the Cassiopeia now has her spell shield fully up. If it were Silas, or if it were between Silas and Cassiopeia, I do not think Silas would win then. Cassiopeia is currently, she's not yet out of control, but it'll get close. It'll be very dangerous if Cassiopeia is allowed to auto to get her abilities in, because this team is so squishy. We have Orianna, Smolder, Morgana, and Morgana only has her black shield to protect against that magic damage. Cassiopeia's damage is just going to burn straight through it. We can see Cassiopeia lurking in the top bush. The Nico ult, or the Nico root, just misses. Silas gets out, steals the Nico ult for Baron. That was a very good play by Silas. That could have been very bad. If they did not have their Silas, they might not have been able to do the Baron. And now LBCC has Baron. They're ready to end the game.
Should look to push mid again, hopefully.
We can see, yeah, bot lane and top lane are not pushed in. And top lane still has their tier 3 turret, or the tier 1 turret, so mid should be the focus here. We can see Orianna pushing bot. Maokai here to answer, and Malphite also. Oh boy. And Malphite also here to answer. Their names are very similar, so it'll probably be hard to cast here. Maokai ult, or Malphite ult might be coming in soon. Orianna wisely zoning off. You can see Cassiopeia now full level, very dangerous. Oh, however, she won't get any stronger from here, besides items. So that could also be a good thing. Silas does not have a turn to retreat to, whereas Cassiopeia does. Malphite getting poked out by Orianna. His magic shield now down. He's just standing there menacingly. He doesn't seem to care about any of Orianna's abilities. Oh, the huge Amumu Q to follow the Malphite as he ults out. Actual sniper by Amumu. Oh, but the Cassiopeia is here. This might be very dangerous. She's getting her attack since her spell shield is down. We see the black shield. Ooh. But now they don't have black shield for Cassiopeia ult. So this could be very dangerous. The Maokai ults soon to come in. Oh, he ulted. Okay. He's going to root the entire enemy team. Oh, no. Now Jinx is excited. She's going to get some kills onto Amumu. We can see the Orianna to save. Silas. Oh, no. The Cassiopeia, her damage is too much, but Silas.
Her speed. Snake form when she's in, chasing Venom.
Silas is able, maybe he has Cassiopeia. Oh, Cassiopeia is going to get stunned here. Okay, she backs off. That was not very good by LBCC. They allowed Cassiopeia to get her attacks in. Jinx got excited, getting that speed and attack speed buff. And now the entire LBCC team has lost their Baron buff aside from Silas, who is not yet max level. He does have Cassiopeia ult in his pocket. So in the next upcoming fight, which looks to be Soul Point for LBCC, the next Hextech Drake, yeah, Morgana really needs to ward the deep. We can see some wards in the river, but we definitely need more on where Cassiopeia is walking. Cassiopeia,
right here.
Cassiopeia and Jinx. Maokai clearing that vision. Silas does see Maokai here, but they don't. Oh, they do have their tier 1 tower. We can see no spell shield is popped.
Spell shield may have popped there.
Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, the smaller Q did pop it. We can see the Silas. Oh, just barely misses the Maokai ult now coming in. It doesn't hit anybody as the Morgana blocks it with their black shield. The entire teams are now gathered here. Amumu in the back. He might get a good flank here with the Q, although it looks like Nico does see him. They're backing off. Morgana looking for a Q. Morgana misses a Q. Oh, that could have been huge by Mumu. Oh, no. Silas ult. The Nico ult. Oh, no. the bounty house by Ozark Tech, and that might actually be all of LBCC now dead. Smolder running for his life. All ults on Ozark down.
There's a lot of...
That was a huge ult by Nico. I think that actually saved their entire team. Smolder is now... Oh! Smolder 1v3? He can execute here, so they can't allow him to hit them with his abilities, otherwise he will die. I think Smolder just wins that, yeah. Smolder, Ninja Fortnite, or Blake is now going crazy. He managed to finish off the rest of Ozark Tech. And that Smolder stacking, the Smolder scaling is now very, very powerful as he executed Cassiopeia and I think, Malphite. So now we have a fully leveled Smolder, fully online now, fully scaling. We have a threat to match Cassiopeia, who went full level a long time ago, and now I think her plateau is coming soon. We can see Ozark Tech looking to try to get some revenge here as the dragon is coming up. They're going to want to get that soul point. If they don't get that soul point, they might be in a little bit of danger, but it doesn't look like Ozark will be contesting much. Oh, the drag reset, unfortunately. Jinx ult is up. She might try to get another steal, but they now have soul. Indeed. Not very useful for Silas or Orianna, but very, very useful for Smolder, who... Smolder stacking off of the Nico clone. Smolder is now a big threat to this team. You can see the Malphite ult. Malphite ult stolen by Silas. Morgana clearing some vision here. Nico is dangerously close, but she will clear the vision that Morgana earlier cleared. Oh, okay. Orianna in danger. Oh, Spell Shield is down, and the Maokai ult. Oh no, that will be it for Orianna. Orianna will die. There's another kill for Cassiopeia, although I'm pretty sure Cassiopeia is already full build, so that doesn't really mean anything. Full max level, full build, I think at least. Yeah, they're looking to rush Baron, try to end the game. This is the wise decision as our
need to watch out for that
to the Nico ult hits nobody as the Black Shield blocks most of it. Silas doing work. Cassiopeia here, she's doing damage. A Amumu ult to stun the whole team. You have to jump on Cassiopeia. Get Cassiopeia. Oh no, now their team's gonna go down. Cassiopeia just cleans up. You have to get Cassiopeia. If you do not, your entire team's dead. Quadra kill by Cassiopeia.
Luckily we got Baron.
Yes. Yeah, that is very bad. You need to kill Cassiopeia first. You need to okay. I'm not as good as Enzo, but if I were him, I would steal my fight ults and then just immediately ult on Cassiopeia. Get Mamumu a chance to ult their entire enemy team and just kill her. If I have to die to kill Cassiopeia, then that'll be worth it because Cassiopeia is all of the damage. Oh, a big Orianna. Oh, okay, close. That Orianna might actually have saved their game, preventing them from taking the inhib. Cassiopeia will now retreat. But with Elder coming up soon, I hope that Lbcc can apply their knowledge of preventing Cassiopeia from doing anything at all. We do not want Cassiopeia to play the game. We don't want her. We don't want her to do anything whatsoever. We can see Smolder now having some durability with that Bloodthirster shield and lifesteal. I think Cassiopeia naturally applies Grievous wounds, but I'm not sure if her ability is yeah.
If you hit the poison.
So some Grievous to prevent the Silas and the small healing. This game looks like it's going to be going all the way with Morgana reaching level 16, getting that max level ult. They're just forming up, trying to get as many stacks as they can. The more stacks Smolder gets, the closer the execute gets. He gets his own Elder buff, basically. Yeah, just there's another stack right there. You can actually stack off of Nico clones by hitting the abilities. We're going to be playing Mr. President with Cassiopeia. We can actually see that the red potion on Cassiopeia letting you know that she is indeed full build. We really hope that they can take out Cassiopeia every time they fight. Otherwise, she will just melt the entire enemy team. Smolder does have some durability to prevent that. But right now, we're just waiting for Elder to come up. We don't want to get any picks. We don't want to lose a game solo.
Who's top one?
Yes, and
not necessarily Malphite ult like you said. I agree. If he can get onto Cassio with the Malphite, he would be a huge help. But I think him picking up the Malphite ult is going to be a better team fight ult for them.
Okay, yes. That is also very good. We see ooh, okay, she does still get to the Makai ult coming in. The Amumu ult goes wide, the Makai ult now coming in to root some of the team. Amumu goes down. Jinx is excited. Oh, Cassiopeia doing some big damage. Okay, we can see 3 down on Lbcc and 3 down on Ozark Tech. I wonder how this game is gonna go. Hopefully Lbcc wins this. We can see now Smolder max level. I believe everyone is max level aside from the supports on both teams. That was a okay fight for Ozark. We don't know whether or not they can finish it off. With Cassiopeia the only one up, and Maokai. Elder up in about, I think, a minute. And the score right now is 29 to 30 seconds. 29 to 39. Lbcc is currently exactly 10 kills up on Ozark Tech. Smolder getting his blue buff and his red buff. He's getting his stacks and his red buff. Some vision on Smolder. You do not want to walk up here as Smolder. Cassiopeia will ult you and kill you, and then you will lose that fight. So you want to play with your team. You want to wait for your move to walk up.
Well, they're spawned, but they have long vision. So
yeah, we do see the death ball coming in. The Amumu walking first. Very smart. The Amumu Q coming in. The Amumu ult gets the Maokai. The Maokai ult coming in. The Sada steals the Maokai ult. Counter ult. And we cannot see the Oi ult. Huge. Oh, that's it. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, that's good. That would be that's almost definitely it. They don't even need the Elder buff because there's nobody else up.
Yep, and that timer was so long that they got 50 seconds to push down one turret.
Yeah, that'll be it. I see no way that Ozark Tech can come back from this. I don't think Jinx can still be won this. We can see everyone almost max level. We're gonna one level down from being maxed. Yeah, I would say for Ozark Tech to win this, they needed to end the game once Cassiopeia reached level 18, so that they don't allow anybody else to get that far ahead. But Lbcc managed to stall out. We let the Smolder scale. Smolder became their second carry after Silas's power spike waned off. And yeah, Lbcc takes their semifinals game, their Nace playoffs, 2-0. Lbcc victory.
Yeah, in a good rematch.
Yes. Lbcc will take that very confidently, and that was a good game. Very nice. I think that was a good game on both sides. Lbcc still conquering in their Nace. Next time, we will face off in the finals, most likely against the TU Red Canes as they face their opponents. And hopefully Lbcc will come out of that with the trophy and the Nace Championship title. But until next time, my name is Corey. This is my co-caster Chase, and we thank you for showing up, and we'll see you next time.